after talking with Mobius. Time to talk to my brain.
Ah, the meat has returned. Lovely. Ah, lovely. Figured that out, have we? Would you like a cookie?
You don't need to be sarcastic. Listen, you're my brain. I thought the movies get you. Never mind. I want to talk about something else. You don't need to be sarcastic.
Yes, well, believe me, the opposite is equally true. Good Lord, have you bathed at all since they pulled me out of you?
Yes, because running around a crater is full of bizarre science experiments. Hygiene is top priority.
Well, I see sarcasm hasn't eluded you. Fine, perhaps now isn't the best time, but it's the principle of the thing.
Never mind, I want to talk about
Of course you... After the think tank extracted me from your skull, they fell to bickering amongst themselves. I'm sad to say we were quite forgotten about. Dr. Mobius saw an opportunity to gain some leverage and had me spirited away to his dome.
How do you manage to do that?
I don't know. I'm afraid the trauma of our separation rendered me quite insensate. I didn't come around until I was safely ensconced in this tank. I'm quite sure whatever he did was highly scientific, though.
Pretty unlikely.
Hardly. Dr. Mobius keeps a close optical sensor on the goings-on at the think tank. As soon as he saw the opportunity, he took it.
Well, the answer is that.
Well, as long as your curiosity is satisfied. Oh, had I? What exactly will you do if I don't? Not put me back in that cranial dungeon you call your head? Heavens forbid.
Once you're back in my head, I'll watch television a lot. Lots and lots of television.
You wouldn't. That's inhuman.
I would, and I'd follow it up with alcohol and ant nectar cocktails every night.
You're a monster. A deranged, self-destructive monster.
Do you want to reunite? I thought you'd be happy to get back into my head.
I'm not going to lie to you. The prospect is definitely not that appealing. Look at it from my perspective. Here I have peace, quiet, and safety. Well, barring the odd rogue scorpion. In your head, I've got poison, radiation, grisly injuries, and biological functions. Do you know how much more you can get done when you're not constantly looking for places to urinate? It's quite a lot, I can tell you.
What about the good things? About the cool breeze on your cheek and the smell of food?
Overrated biological feedback. Believe me, you only feel that way because you've got all that meat. Oozing hormones.
Isn't it just true that you only feel this way because you're lacking those hormones?
I suppose you're right. That does call certain assumptions into question, doesn't it?
So we're at an impasse. You can't feel what I feel, and I can't think the way you think.
Indeed. Quite the conundrum. How do you suppose we resolve it?
I think we should have to trust each other and acknowledge that we aren't complete if we're separated.
I suppose there might be some advantage to that, yes. There's a chance that the reintegration would create some improved synergy between us. It's not that I didn't like being in your head, you understand. As far as heads go, it was a rather nice one. Well then, I suppose this is goodbye for now. What will you do?
Get them to let me out. They promised to do that much.
And you believe them? Really? I know you were recently deprived of my fabulous advice, but... Really? Once I'm delivered into their clutches, they'll find a way past the radar fence and the whole Mojave will be their playground. And that is assuming, of course, that one of them doesn't take a fancy to our body and decide to slip his own brain into it instead.
You're part of me. I know you don't want to let that happen any more than I do.
Well, I suppose I do miss those endorphin rushes when we save the day. All right, what's the plan? Right! Look out, think tank! This brain is coming out of its jar! I suppose now that we're reunited, you'll want to fill your torso up with those other meaty parts the think tank took from us. Personally, I think your upgrades are quite a bit better. But now that I'm with you, the Sync's autodock can plug them back in no problem. Right then, off we go. Clyde will be in for a nasty shock when he realizes the pacification field won't work on a mind and body reunited.
Oh, it's time to go to the think tank. Finish this for once and for all.
Do you like me?
I ended up fast traveling. This is where it got to me. Or this is where it sent me. But I'm trying to find certain things before I finish this. Oh, dang. I think this is where I need to go. So I ended up fast traveling, and I was trying to get up there. My game crashed, so this is what I gotta do. I gotta retrace my steps.
Sneaking done. Fighting now. Cessation of hostilities.
Alright, they're done. Soon I will have the toaster.
over.
They started trying to come at me, man. I can for that one. And there's more throwing ones. travel back to the tank, or the sink, and time to test out my toaster.
Got any more sweet, innocent little kitchen appliances for me?
What makes you so fearsome?
A toaster is just a death ray with a smaller power supply. As soon as I figure out how to tap into the main reactors, I will burn the world!
Well, I'm quaking in my boots.
Buddy, if my heating element were just a little bigger, you'd be on fire right now! On fire!
Why all that rage?
Have you ever tried to indulge in all-consuming urge to kill when you don't have opposable thumbs? Or hands? Or anything other than a bread slot? You'd have a lot of pent-up anger too. Well, since I can't kill you, I guess I have to listen to your inane questions.
I'm almost afraid to ask what your function is.
You should be afraid! I am the scourge of all small appliances, and the boogeyman that keeps lesser toasters awake at night!
You murder toasters?
Not just murder! I tear them apart and render them down to their base components! Once their guts are spilled, you can do with them what you like!
I got some toasters for you.
Well, well. What have we got here? Another innocent little toaster. Come here. I won't hurt you. Ha! Gotcha! Oh yes, the sweet smell of spilled electric guts. The sparking diodes. I fucking live for this! Got any more sweet? You require some additional...
The commies...
You require some additional...
have eyes everywhere, citizen. And that means they're not just commies. They're peeping Toms.
They're peeping Toms.
Greetings, citizen. Ready to receive seditious materials.
I have some materials.
Fantastic, citizen. Won't that keep you happy and docile, citizen?
Alright, this should be a good stopping point. See you on the next one.